Welcome to the Shelf Learner, educating myself with the books from my shelf. Welcome to the Shelf Learner, educating myself with the books from my shelf. This video is completely spontaneous. I happened to turn on my computer and I saw Mike from Bibliophile Bookscape posting another video. This one is an original. It's titled Nonfiction Book Tag, and he came up with the original questions. So since I have some extra time, I'm also a nonfiction reader. 90% of the books I read are nonfiction. So I felt equipped to do this video. And I have my cue cards here, 11 questions, so that I can do one continuous video as opposed to slicing and dicing. So let's get started. The first question: what originally made you interested in reading nonfiction? Well, this question is going to take me back on memory lane when I was about the age of 6. My mom and dad, we moved into a new town, and one of the things that we did, my dad took me to the local library. It was the first time I went to the library, and I was looking around at the age of 6. I saw these shelves of valuable treasure, and I was in complete awe. I was in the clouds, and my dad, he took me to the front of the library at the counter, and the library assistant wrote me out and gave me this library card. And with my little hands, I took this library card, and I had this big grin on my face, and I felt like I had the key to the vault of all the riches and treasures, and it inspired me to just get lost in these nonfiction books. Which leads me to question number 2. Do you read nonfiction mainly for curiosity, learning, or enjoyment? Well, I read primarily out of curiosity. I was that typical kid that always asks, why? And I think that's why my dad took me to the library, because he got tired of answering why and said, hey, go figure it out for yourself. Go pick up a book. And as a result, I learn along the way, and it's an enjoyable experience. So the question number 2 answer is curiosity. Number 3, what topic could you read endless nonfiction about? The topic for me is hidden history. Both my parents were readers. My dad was primarily a nonfiction reader, and he read different genres in nonfiction. My mom, she specified in mysteries, Agatha Christie and Mary Higgins Clark. And I was reflecting the other day that I actually take after both my mom and dad. Even though I'm primarily a nonfiction reader, I realize that a lot of the nonfiction I read, it's mystery nonfiction. I like to read hidden history, and kind of like having an onion. And each book that I read is like peeling another skin of that onion until I get to the core of it, to the truth. Number 4, how do you usually discover nonfiction books? Through a lot of research. I go onto online platforms and I find all the related books on a particular topic. And if I find a book that really interests me, once I get done reading the book, I'll go to the bibliography and I'll scour the books that the author used in the research. And then I'll pick a book from there, and then I'll research related books, and it's just an ongoing process. Number 5, do you follow authors or topics when choosing nonfiction? I follow topics, but if I do find an author that I resonate with, I'll read all the books from that author on that particular topic. Number 6, what nonfiction book stuck with you long after reading? Truth is a Lonely Warrior by James Perloff. This book talks about hidden history, and he does it in such a way that even a 5th grader will understand. The book may look intimidating from the cover, but he has such an engaging writing style. He uses humor. He takes a subject that's very complex and makes it simple. And the book is about every conflict this nation has had since the Spanish-American War to the publication of the book. There's a very interesting twist in the story. And he also talks about his family heritage, which is fascinating. So, Truth is a Lonely Warrior. 7. What topic have you learned the most about through books? Well, my channel is titled Shelf Learner, which is educating myself through the books on my shelf. And the topic is syntopical reading. Not so much the topic itself, but applying it and learning about hidden history. Question number 8. What nonfiction book made you curious about something unexpected? Here we go, taking a cue from Mike. Truth is a Lonely Warrior by James Perloff. I think you're going to start seeing a pattern here. 9. What topic would you recommend everyone explore at least once? I've never seen this movie. I think they call it Matrix. But I heard that there's a blue pill and a red pill. Supposedly the blue pill is taken by people who want to stay in La La Land. The red pill is taken by people who want to wake up and to see the world for what it is. Well, I would encourage people to discover books to really see the world for what it is. But the caveat is that be prepared. Once you do that, you'll never be the same. 10. What nonfiction book would you recommend to curious readers? Here we go. Drum roll. Can you guess the book? Here we go. Truth is a Lonely Warrior by James Perloff. Number 11, and the last question. What nonfiction book would you give someone who says they don't like nonfiction? Again, for the last time, Truth is a Lonely Warrior by James Perloff. Check out this book. This is probably one of the best nonfiction books I've read on the history of this country. For those of you, since this will be the 250th anniversary of this nation, it'll be a great book to start out with. And to close this nonfiction book tag, I'd like to shout out to some of my favorite authentic booktubers. Don't feel obligated to do this tag. And also, if you're watching this video, consider yourself tagged. I'd like to say hello to Saracen Salute. Consider yourself tagged if you feel up to doing the video. Books Do Things to Me, Angelina. I know this is probably tag number 101. Don't stress. I see the perspiration coming down your forehead here. Reading Still Matters. Jeff, he has an excellent channel as well. Derek Green, Derek, consider yourself tagged. And Brad from Homeschool Library. And again, thanks Mike from Bibliophile Bookscape. This was a great tag. It's a lot of fun. And of course, to all of you, make it a great day.